Welcome to Watch and See Truth in History.
The Battle of the Little Bighorn, a name that echoes through history. It is a story of two worlds colliding, a clash of cultures on the vast plains of the American West. For the United States Army, it was a crushing defeat, a stain on their record of westward expansion. For the Lakota, Cheyenne, and Arapaho, it was a resounding victory, a desperate defense of their way of life. But the story of Little Bighorn is more than just a battle. It is a story of individuals, of courage and fear, of triumph and tragedy. It is a story that must be told from all sides, from the perspectives of those who lived it. This is the story of Rain in the Face, a Hunkpapa Lakota warrior, a man who carried the weight of his people's struggle on his shoulders. It is a story that challenges the myths and legends, offering a glimpse into the heart and mind of a Native American warrior caught in the crossfire of a changing world. Rain in the Face's story is not just about vengeance, but about survival, about the fierce determination to protect his people and their sacred lands. Rain in the Face. His name itself evokes images of power, of the untamed spirit of the plains. He was a respected warrior, known for his bravery and his unwavering loyalty to his people. But beneath the surface of the warrior there burned a fire, a deep-seated anger fueled by injustice. This anger was directed at one man in particular, Tom Custer, brother of the infamous General George Armstrong Custer. The story of Rain in the Face's vendetta is not a tale told in hushed whispers, but a truth etched in the annals of his life. It is a story that speaks to the personal cost of the conflict between the Lakota and the U.S. Army, a conflict that transcended the battlefield and reached into the very hearts of men. Rain in the Face's story forces us to confront the brutal realities of this conflict, to understand the depths of the resentment and the pain that fueled the resistance of the Lakota people.
Beneath my warrior's pride, there was a fire, a burning anger. It was not just a battle, it was personal. Tom Custer, he was the face of my people's suffering.
The roots of Rain in the Face's hatred for Tom Custer ran deep, stemming from an incident that would forever scar his soul. It was an act of humiliation, a violation of Lakota sovereignty that cut deep into the pride of Rain in the Face. Tom Custer, in a display of power and arrogance, had arrested Rain in the Face and another warrior. The memory of that day, the feeling of helplessness as he was unjustly imprisoned, never left Rain in the Face. It festered within him, growing into a burning desire for retribution. This personal vendetta would fuel his actions on the battlefield, turning him into a whirlwind of fury and vengeance. The incident served as a stark reminder of the power imbalance between the Lakota and the encroaching U.S. Army, fueling the flames of resistance that burned within Rain in the Face and his people. The sun beat down on the Little Bighorn River Valley as the Lakota, Cheyenne, and Arapaho warriors prepared for battle. The air was thick with anticipation, with the knowledge that this was to be a fight for their survival. Rain in the Face, his face painted for war, his heart pounding with a mixture of fear and determination, mounted his horse. He rode alongside his fellow warriors, their numbers swelling like a storm about to break. The earth trembled as thousands of hooves pounded the ground, the air filled with the war cries of his people. They charged into the valley, a tide of warriors determined to protect their families, their land, their very way of life. The crack of rifles echoed across the valley, the smoke of gunpowder stinging their nostrils.
My heart pounded, fear and determination mingling. We rode as one, a storm about to break. The air filled with our war cries, the crack of rifles, and the sting of gunpowder. I felt the surge of adrenaline as we charged into the heart of battle.
Section 5. The Fog of War, Truth and Legend. The Battle of the Little Bighorn has been romanticized and mythologized, often depicted as a heroic last stand by Custer and his men. But Rain in the Face's account paints a different picture, one of chaos and confusion, of desperate fighting and overwhelming odds. It was not a glorious battle, but a brutal and bloody affair.
Rain in the Face's story challenges the romanticized narratives, revealing the raw reality of the battle. It was a chaotic whirlwind of noise and violence, where survival depended on instinct and skill. The soldiers, he recalled, were not the disciplined fighting force of legend. Instead, he saw fear in their eyes, desperation in their movements. They were young, many of them, far from home and ill-prepared for the ferocity of the Lakota warriors.
Section 6. An act of vengeance, the heart of an enemy. In the heat of battle, Rain in the Face found himself face to face with his nemesis, Tom Custer. The animosity that had simmered within him for so long boiled over, and he attacked with a fury fueled by years of resentment.
He recounted the moment with a chilling clarity, describing how he had taken his revenge, how he had cut out the heart of Tom Custer. It was a gruesome act, born out of the depths of his pain and anger. But for Rain in the Face, it was justice, a righteous act of retribution for the humiliation he and his people had suffered. This act, shocking and brutal, must be understood within the context of the time, a time when such acts were not uncommon on either side of the conflict. It was a war fought with a brutality that is difficult to comprehend today.
Section 7. The desperation of soldiers. Rain in the Face witnessed firsthand the desperation of the soldiers as the battle turned against them. He saw fear in their eyes, heard the cries of the wounded and dying. They were outnumbered and outmaneuvered, their discipline crumbling in the face of the Lakota onslaught.
The soldiers, he recalled, fought with a ferocity born of desperation, but their courage was no match for the fury of the Lakota, Cheyenne, and Arapaho warriors. They fought for their lives, for their comrades, but in the end, it was not enough. The tide of battle had turned, and the outcome was inevitable.
Section 8. Custer's Last Stand, a Leader's Fate.
Amidst the chaos of battle, I did not personally witness the death of General George Armstrong Custer. The fate of the general, however, was shared through the accounts of other warriors. Custer, the legend proclaimed, had fought bravely to the end, his last stand becoming a symbol of American military lore. But for me, Custer's death was not a moment of personal triumph. It was simply another casualty in a battle that claimed the lives of many on both sides. The romanticized image of Custer's last stand held little significance for me. It was the collective victory of my people, the defense of our land and way of life, that mattered most.
Section 9. The Legacy of Rain in the Face, a Story Endures.
In the aftermath of the battle, I, along with many of my people, sought refuge in Canada. I continued to speak of the battle, my account consistent throughout the years. I did not shy away from my actions, nor did I glorify them. I spoke of the battle as a necessity, a fight for survival. My story, passed down through generations, serves as a testament to the Lakota spirit, our resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. It is a story that challenges the dominant narratives, reminding us that history is often written by the victors. My account ensures that the Lakota perspective is not lost, that our voices are heard across the chasm of time.
Section 10. Reclaiming the Narrative, the Importance of Native Voices. The Battle of the Little Bighorn, like many events in American history, has been largely told from a Eurocentric perspective. Rain in the Face's story serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of seeking out and amplifying Native voices. By understanding the events of Little Bighorn from the perspective of those who fought to protect their homelands, we gain a more complete and nuanced understanding of the past. It's only through acknowledging and respecting the perspectives of all those involved that we can truly begin to heal the wounds of the past and move forward towards a more just and equitable future. Section 11. Conclusion. Echoes on the plains. The wind still whispers across the Little Bighorn battlefield, carrying with it the echoes of a tumultuous past. The Battle of the Little Bighorn, a pivotal moment in American history, continues to fascinate and spark debate. Rain in the Face's story, a story of courage, vengeance, and survival, provides a vital counterpoint to the dominant narratives. By listening to his voice, by understanding his motivations, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of the conflict and the human cost of westward expansion. It is a story that reminds us that there are always multiple sides to every story, and that true understanding can only be achieved by embracing the perspectives of all those involved.